Welcome back, and hello if you are new. I hope all of you have had a lovely week, and as you can see we are still in lockdown because my hair's getting really long. So I definitely need to get a haircut. Having cut their teeth on Besides the Ones We Love and Bad Weather, their next release, Braille, would result in a performance that was supporting Glassjaw at Brixton Academy, and that was only on their third album. Now on album number 4, Palm Reader return in the nightmare that is 2020 with their most ambitious release yet, Sleepless. Palm Reader blend elements of post-metal, mathcore and hardcore, but have a very distinctive sound. This record kind of zooms out a little bit and looks at concepts that are more universally applicable. Willow, for example, is about the idea of loss. Then you've got Hold Release, which is about this toxic masculinity where people feel like they can't really talk about how they truly feel. But most of all, this album does represent the idea of hope, which I think is something that a lot of people have definitely latched onto in this year. What really caught my ear the first time I heard Palm Reader though was their really intense understanding of dynamic interplay. The album opener, Hold Release, is a perfect example of those euphoric choruses that they put together so well, but with that kind of really intense hardcore bite. And speaking of euphoric choruses, you'll be hard pressed to find another one which is as good as that of Ending Cycle, which for me has consistently been a highlight when listening to this record. I absolutely love the chorus in that song. Frontman Josh McKeon's vocals have gotten even better. You can tell that there's more control, there's more understanding of, the kind of ebb and flow of his vocals, and it's particularly seen on A Bird and Its Feathers, which is kind of like the album's centerpiece, if you will. And there's some really lovely moments of this vulnerability that comes through, particularly on False Thirst. This sense of emotion is really heightened throughout the album, but I think you can see it probably the best on False Thirst with the addition of keyboards. It's also worth noting, I think, how great Dan Old's performance behind the drum kit is, again enhancing that sense of dynamism and also the push and pull. When he needs to, he hits incredibly hard, but he also allows space. And in that space, we get to see the harmonies and the melodies of Andy Gillan and Sam Rondo Smith's swirling guitar sound that really do add to that kind of contrast of the band's sound. But then it's all anchored with this huge bass from Josh Redrup. The band's hardcore side does kind of take precedence at times, on, for example, Stay Down. That's a very heavy song and has a brilliant breakdown, which proves, even though there is a lot of experimentation on here, Palm Reader is still true to their roots. Throughout Sleepless, there is a fine line which is walked between the delicate and the unassailably heavy. Perhaps the best example of this is in Both Ends of the Rope, which closes the album. It's an emotional and incredibly cathartic finish, which creates a real incendiary kind of climax to the album after we've gone through, all of these different motions. With Sleepless, Palm Reader have created an album which is as ferocious as it is fragile. and will surely put them in the pantheon for some of the most talented UK bands out there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this album review. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button. Please do let me know what you thought of the video. Have you listened to Palm Reader before? Are they a new band? I'd love to hear what you thought. Other than that, I will see you guys very, very soon. Take care and be safe.